Hello, I'm Amy Harbison. Welcome to Seniors Today, a monthly program produced by the Commission on Aging devoted entirely to issues and interests of Montgomery County seniors. On today's show, we learn about the Olney Theatre Center's 2020 season, and we get ready for spring gardening with the University of Maryland's Master Gardeners. But first, please welcome Stacy Sigler, who is the Supervisor of Senior Programs at the Montgomery County Recreation Department. Welcome.
Hi, Amy.
How are you today?
I'm good. Thanks for having me.
Thank you. It's finally spring.
Yes.
I think we can officially say, and I bet people are ready to move and do a lot of activities with you.
Yes.
Tell me about, I know there's a breadth of services for all ages at the rec department, but tell me about your 55 plus program. What do you have for seniors?
Sure. Montgomery County Recreation, we have 6 senior centers, 13 active adult programs that have everything from arts to a lot of exercise, health and wellness, special events. Our department also has SOAR, which is a traveling day trips, senior outdoor adventures, aquatics, sports leagues, you name it, we have it. And at our senior centers and a couple of our active adult programs, we even have a nutritional lunch program to offer. So,
wow.
Yeah, quite a bit.
So you have services beyond activities to really like support services for seniors as well.
We do quite a bit, yeah. And we also throw in the Maryland Senior Olympics, which are great fun for our 50 plus audience.
Wow. So seniors are active in this county.
Very
no
active,
question.
yes.
That's great. Where are the senior centers located? We have a big county. Are they all over?
We do. We have actually 3 in the Silver Spring area. It's very populated. We have one up in Damascus, one out in North Potomac, and Wheaton.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about some of the most popular classes that fill up all the time for seniors, and they better get their registrations in for.
Exercise, for sure. Bone Builders. Our Bone Builders program is a volunteer-led exercise class. It's very popular, fills up as soon as it opens. But exercise in general, just at our active adult programs alone, we have 15,000 attendees to exercise classes in a month. So they're very popular. Tai Chi, yoga, chair yoga, line dancing, Zumba, you name it, we have it going on. So those classes are always very popular. We partner with several hospitals to provide them. And we also have special events, cultural holidays that we celebrate and bring a lot of people in.
So St. Patty's Day, was there something then?
Not quite so much because the Friday before, it fell on a weekend, which is always a little odd, but we had entertainment and good fun, yes.
So what's upcoming in terms of special events that people can get excited about?
Sure, quite a few. We love spring and summer. It gets everybody outside and having a good time. We have a fashion show coming up at Long Branch Senior Center where the seniors are in the fashion show. We have National Senior Fitness Day at White Oak. We have a senior housing fair coming up at Holiday Park. We have a men's 55 plus health fair at North Potomac. So quite a bit coming up. We have Elder Law Day at Schweinhau. A lot going on.
What do people do to register for these special events? Can they just show up, or do they need to pre-register?
Great question. A lot of them are drop-in. They definitely want to reach out to the center hosting the event to find out about registration details. Sometimes we do require a registration. It could be free, it could be a nominal fee, but a lot of times we just invite them to come.
Okay. And people may be surprised to know too about, you have classes as well, don't you?
Yes.
That are like computer literacy and things like that. I was so surprised to hear that you were doing so much more than the typical recreation. Can you talk a little bit about these classes that people can sign up for?
Sure, yeah. We have what's called Tech Connect, where the youth are actually teaching the seniors about computers and their tablets and their phones, maybe how to use the camera on their phone and how to share photos. We partner with Senior Planet to do a lot of technical type programs and classes. People learn how to use an iPad. So the seniors are really thriving with the technical stuff with the help of our youth. And those do require registration through the centers hosting them, but they're located throughout the county. And we do offer quite a few classes in computer labs as well, in addition to educational, health, every type of class you could think of, basically.
Wow. I don't think that many people even know that that's part of your series of services. Is there an expo coming up anytime soon that people can get on their calendar now as well?
I think I already mentioned most of them with the coming health fair and the senior fitness day.
Okay.
We're also participating in different community fairs. We'll be present to talk about our programs and share information with everybody.
What's the best way for people to learn about these upcoming events? Because it sounds like they better get them on their calendar now.
Yeah, because they are in April and May.
Okay, great.
So we definitely want them to reach out to us via phone. We're happy to talk to people and tell them where activities are compared to where they live, help direct them a little bit. 240-777-4925 is the senior programs team, so you'll get a live person to talk and answer your questions. If we're not there, we promise we'll call you back. They can also go to our website, mocorec.com, brand new website. We hope everybody checks it out and clicks around and sees what we have. All of our newsletters are up there, which is fantastic. And we also have our recreation guide, and this is a great way to see where all of the centers are located, all of the contact information. It highlights some of the special events we'll have in the season, and it also lists all the department's classes, aquatics classes, sports leagues, everything will be in here.
How can people get their hands on the guide?
In our recreation centers, yeah.
Okay. That's the one place. Are they in libraries as well?
They are not. Nope, they're at our rec centers and our senior centers.
So be in touch with
and then call customer
department.
service about how to get that. Yeah.
Okay, wonderful. Yeah. Well, we could be talking about these classes all day, and
yes.
I can see by the size of this guide that it takes a lot of hours of reading, for sure.
Yeah,
so,
definitely want them to dig in and see what we have.
Well, we'd love to have you come back and tell a little bit more about the Senior Olympics when that comes up. But in the meantime, thank you so much for stopping by today and for all the work that you're doing at the Rec Department.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
That's great. When we return, we will learn about Olney Theatre Center's new season announcement. We'll be right back.
Did you know there are more than 10,000 county government phone numbers? But there's only one number you need to remember for non-emergency calls, 311. MC311 is Montgomery County government's online telephone information system. Need information? Have a problem or complaint? Trying to locate a county government facility? Call 311. The call center is open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. The website is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
In Montgomery County, we have a goal to reduce waste and recycle 70% of all waste by 2020. By recycling and reducing waste, we save natural resources and make our community even better. So recycle at home, work, school, everywhere, and keep recycling going. For more information, call the Montgomery County, Maryland Division of Solid Waste Services at 311 or visit montgomerycountymd.gov/recycling.
Keep it going.
Recycle more now.
Visit aarp.org/caregiving for information on how to provide even better care for the person who once took care of you.
Welcome back to Seniors Today. Olney Theatre Center for the Arts produces, presents, and tours extraordinary performances for diverse audiences. Joining me today is Artistic Director Jason Lowith. Great to see you, Jason. Thank you for coming today.
Thanks, Amy. Great to be here.
Well, it feels like there's been so much great news coming out of Olney Theatre Center the last several months, with Helen Hayes Award nominations and a great run of Once that just ended, and Oil got great reviews. What does it feel like to get this critical acclaim as well as great public notice of your work going into this next season?
Well, we're feeling good. We feel good. We are excited, I think, to see, after I've been here 6 years, I've been at the theater for 6 years, and finally hitting our stride, sort of understanding that there are a variety of audiences in Montgomery County that we're serving. So we're doing work for people who love classics and want to see them reimagined, everything from My Fair Lady to cabaret upcoming, those kinds of things. Real multi-generational work that, for a lot of people, they want to celebrate with their families. They want to bring, grandparents want to bring their kids and their grandkids to the theater. So we broke records with Elf, our holiday musical last year. Next season, our holiday musical, we want all those grandparents to bring their grandkids to see Singin' in the Rain.
That's great.
And then, of course, I think that our most rapidly growing audience and our most devoted audience is the audience devoted to contemporary work. Folks of all ages who are interested to know what's next in contemporary theater. That's the show you referenced, Oil, which just got such fantastic reviews and is running just until the end of March. So yeah, we feel like we've sort of hit the stride and we're figuring things out.
That's great. And you just announced your new season. Any special things you're particularly excited about next season?
There are so many things that I am excited about, Amy, but I will tell you what I think our viewers are going to be most excited about is to know that we're going to have new seats in the Black Box Theater, because our seats are about 30 years old and they're uncomfortable, and that's the thing I get more complaints about. I get emails from people, I love your shows, I hate your seats. So we are doing a big makeover in next year, in 2020, of our theater lab, the 150-seat Black Box. It'll have new seats, new risers, a big new lobby, new bathrooms, all kinds of stuff. But of course, the plays, the experience of going to the theater starts with where you park, and then before you walk into the theater, and then you want to go see a great play. And we do have some great plays that we're going to do next year. I already mentioned Cabaret, two amazing classics, Cabaret and Singin' in the Rain, as I mentioned, are going to be wonderful pieces. We are ending the season with Pippin. We've never done Pippin before, and it's such a wonderful show, and that's a great sort of multi-generational kind of play for folks to bring their kids to. And then we have 4 amazing contemporary plays. The Humans, which won the Tony Award back a couple of years ago by Stephen Karam. We're also doing a wonderful play called The Amateurs by Jordan Harrison. He's somebody who we have built a relationship with, one of the most interesting thinkers in contemporary theater. We did Marjorie Prime of his a couple of years ago. Right. And then I think the thing that people are most excited about, or at least contemporary theater watchers are most excited about, is called Miss You Like Hell by Kiara Hudas and Aaron McCown. Kiara co-wrote In the Heights, which was a huge hit.
Sure was.
And before we announced the play, this is what's crazy, before we announced the play, she tweeted about it. She was so excited that we were doing it, and Lin-Manuel Miranda picked up the tweet and retweeted it and said the only rules. So I figure if Lin-Manuel Miranda is saying the only rules, then it's
true. You do rule, that's for sure. So there's a lot of mystery into building a new season. Can you tell us briefly some of the pieces that come together behind the magic of creating a new season?
It's really tricky, Amy. It is such a complicated math. I was actually very good at math in high school, but not good enough to understand how this all works. It is super complicated because you want to keep a balance of shows that are going to appeal to all these diverse audiences around you. Right. You want to put together shows that look like the community around us. As we know, Montgomery County is one of the most diverse counties, certainly in Maryland and around the country. You want to put together a season of shows that's going to have big hits that people buy a lot of tickets to, so that you can pay for those smaller shows that you can take risks with. And maybe they won't hit, but at least you have taken your audience members on an adventure. So it's complicated. And then there's also the question of how do we provide employment for the amazing artists who live and work in the Washington, D.C. area and in Montgomery County. About 80% of our actors are from Montgomery County, from the Washington, D.C. area.
Right.
And of course, designers and directors. And how do we make sure that we're providing work for those folks too, as well as thinking about our audiences and our bottom line.
Do you have a proudest moment since you've been at Olney?
Oh, goodness. A proudest moment. I can't say I know what my proudest moment is, but I have a lot of proud moments. I think the opening night of In the Heights, because it was a collaboration with our sister theater, Roundhouse in Bethesda, and it was so successful from an audience perspective, from a critical perspective, and also from an artistic perspective in terms of the collaboration. Theaters tend to be, we were talking earlier, theaters tend to be very siloed and very private, but this was all about growing the pie and working from a spirit of abundance. I think one of my proudest moments most recently was we had our sort of welcoming all staff meeting earlier in this season, back in September, where we train 16 early career professionals every year. They live on campus. They're our apprentices, and they spend a year. And we have 4 or 5 of those 16 are trans folks. And we were asking folks why they were excited to be at Olney. And this one individual, one apprentice said, why I love being at Olney? Because I was told it has the best reputation for inclusivity and making people feel comfortable as a workplace. That made me feel super proud.
You can't top that. That's really great. Yeah. How do people learn more about the upcoming season and the breadth of work that you do?
So many ways, Amy. They call Weldon. A lot of our folks know to call Weldon Brown, our director of sales, at 301-924-4485. But really, our website, we just did a makeover of our website, www.olneytheatre.org. That's theater with an R-E. So those are the best ways. But we will continue direct mail. We keep sending postcards and brochures, so people will know about it. But there's so much more than just the 7, 8, 9 plays we do each year. So people should
check it out.
Check out the website to learn all about it.
That's great. Yeah. Well, Jason, we could go on all day talking to you about the great work at
Olney
Theatre Center. Thank you so much for being with us today.
It's been a pleasure. Thanks, Amy.
When we come back, we'll get ready for spring gardening with the University of Maryland's Master Gardener program. Stay tuned.
The color in my garden keeps the pink in my cheeks. I was very independent and thought I could take care of myself. I fell and I had to have Meals on Wheels. They're my savior. My name is Lola Silvestri. America, let's do lunch.
Drop off a hot meal and say hello. Volunteer by donating your lunch break at americaletsdolunch.org.
Here's your chance to save money and help the environment. Bring your reusable bag when you shop and you'll save 5 cents for every store bag you don't need. Retailers in Montgomery County charge 5 cents for the plastic or paper bags they provide. Why? Because plastic bags are the biggest single source of stream and waterway litter, causing pollution and flooding. And every year, Montgomery County spends $3 million on cleanup. So do yourself and the environment a favor. Bring your reusable bag when you shop. You'll fight litter and keep the change.
Get there faster. Ride On has a new Route 129 limited stop service running along US 29 corridor. There are convenient park and ride lots along the route where parking is free, getting cars off the road, reducing congestion, which can decrease commute time. Visit rideonbus.com to stay up to the minute with schedules, updates, or delays. The Route 129 limited stop service runs in both directions along US Route 29, just 15 stops from the Burtonsville Park and Ride to the Paul Sarbanes Silver Spring Transit Center with our regular fare of $2. Ride On. Get there faster.
They said a bottle was just a bottle. That no one would ever notice me. But I knew I could be more. That one day, I would make people smile.
Welcome back to Seniors Today. Master Gardeners are trained volunteers of the University of Maryland Extension who are dedicated to educating residents about safe, effective, and sustainable horticultural practices. Joining me today is Montgomery County Master Gardeners President Melissa Sigler. Welcome, Melissa.
Thank you so much for having me.
Isn't it fun this spring again and we can
I'm
talk
so
about
happy.
flowers and gardening?
Yeah.
It feels like a long winter. So tell me a little bit about Master Gardeners. You have such an extensive program. Tell our viewers a little bit about what you do.
There are 450 of us volunteers in Montgomery County.
Wow.
We are here to serve residents, teaching them about horticulture practices, helping them with their gardens. We have a speakers bureau where we talk with groups. We have demonstration gardens around the county. We have an event coming up in end of April 27th, Grow It, Eat It, teaching people how to grow vegetables, and we deal with adults and children.
Wow. Tell me a little bit about the demonstration gardens. I'm sure people would love to see that soon.
We have 3 of them. Our biggest one is at the Durwood Demonstration Garden in Durwood at the Agriculture Farm Park. And we have a series of gardens within the garden. We have a shade garden teaching people about what plants grow in shade. We have a sun garden. You can see all the plants that thrive in the sun. We have a vegetable garden. We have a children's garden and a therapeutic horticulture garden where we grow flowers for our projects that we do. And we have an autistic garden and we have a native plant garden.
Wow. And is that open to the public and free, or?
It's open to the public, free, open all the time.
Wow, that's great. I would imagine that's great for beginning gardeners because some of the things you mentioned, like what works in shade, what doesn't, perfect for people just starting out in gardening.
Absolutely, and if they visit the demo garden in Durwood on Tuesdays, there are people to help answer questions, and you'll see them gardening, and it's really a great day to go.
Oh. And you also have this therapeutic program where you go into, I think, nursing homes and other facilities. Can you share a little bit about that?
We have 24 care homes that we visit. We do therapeutic horticulture programs. We bring planting programs, all kinds of ideas where people can use their hands and plant things, and we also have an educational component. So we teach them about the plants and where they came from and all kinds of things.
Wow, so it gives the opportunity for people to feel like they're connecting with nature even if they're not able to get about and be outside as much.
Most of the people that we work with don't leave the facility. So for them it's a way to bring the outdoors inside, and it's really therapeutic for them to work with the soil and the plants, and we also do flower arranging. We have a variety of things we do.
That must be very rewarding for the people that are involved. What about for those that are expert gardeners, you have a Master Gardener certification that people can get. How do they get that? What do they have to do?
You can become a Master Gardener. We have a 50-hour training program. Starts in January. Applications come out in October, and it's a wonderful, wonderful class. It's 3 days a week for about 6 weeks, and you get your certification, and then you volunteer a certain amount of hours, and by the end of the year, you are a full-fledged Master Gardener.
Wow, and so can you come in with beginning level skills?
Absolutely.
You mentioned something about going through the program yourself.
Yes, I did. I went through the program in 2013. I didn't have any gardening experience on my own, but I did hang out with my mom as a child, and she was a gardener. So when I went through the classes, I started remembering all the things that she taught me that I didn't realize I had learned.
You mentioned something about having a youth garden as well.
We have a big program in youth gardening, but one particular program is in White Oak. We have built a garden with 7 raised beds, and we teach the children that go to camp there in the summer about gardening, growing things, where their food comes from.
Wow, that's incredible. What about volunteer opportunities for seniors? Can they learn how to help you at your demonstration gardens? Can they be part of your program?
Only unless they're trained.
And the training program is available through your, can they learn out more about that?
Well,
on your
they would
website?
want to go on our website, umd.extension.edu, and click on the home gardening icon on the right, and then go to Montgomery County, and it'll show all of those types of things that they can do.
Okay.
We have an event coming up at the end of April, the 27th, from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m., where we teach people how to garden, vegetable gardening, all kinds of gardening. And we have a great program in the morning for children, bug hunts, all kinds of things.
Fun.
Yeah.
That's great. And it feels like this is growing every year. It sounds like your activities are growing bigger and bigger and more involved. And you mentioned a speakers bureau. I was curious to know, how can people bring speakers to their community, to their garden club, to learn more? And what kind of topics what do your experts talk about when they come out to groups?
We have experts in just about anything to do with horticulture, and you can get on the website and send us a message that you'd like a speaker and tell us what you want the speaker to speak on. We speak on a range of things, from flowers to vegetables to good gardening habits. Also, we have people who are experts at identifying pests and diseases and how to take care of them.
That's a big one. This is the time of year where people start to really worry about the infestations in their gardens.
All the new ones.
So
we have new bugs
there's new
coming.
ones every year,
Yeah.
it seems like. Well, it's been a delight having you today, and I know everyone's excited about the season coming up, and they know where to go if they have any problems about gardening and learning about their best practices for their garden. Thank you so much for coming today.
Thank you for having me.
Well, that's it for this month's Seniors Today. Don't forget that you can access this show and a great deal of information about county services for seniors by going to the Montgomery County Senior website at montgomerycountymd.gov/senior, or call the Senior Resource Line at 240-777-3000. And as always, thank you for watching Seniors Today.
Sure, I look cute now, but when my owner lost his job, it was rough. I was living on the street, and one night, me and this Cocker Spaniel got into it so bad, I wound up looking like an ice cream cone. I cried a little bit, but thankfully I got rescued, so I'm running, I'm jumping, all back to my old self, and I'm ready to give unconditional love, even if you put a lampshade on my head.
Starting today, you can be active and treat yourself to a wide array of great activities offered by Montgomery County Recreation. With 4 indoor aquatic facilities and 20 community rec centers that offer exercise and weight rooms, you'll find everything you want, from sports and fitness to senior activities, from cooking to dancing, classes, trips, and tours. Yes, starting today, you can work toward a healthier lifestyle. Learn a new skill, relax a little, or just meet new people. Visit our website to see all the exciting programs, activities, and classes available to you. And
Be active, Montgomery.
Maybe you can make retirement happen. After all, you made home ownership happen. Homeschooling yourself on loans, beefing up your credit score.
So I'm pre-approved.
You were like, yes! Sorry. Color coding listings, ticking boxes, and flushing every toilet in a 20-mile radius. Home sweet home. U-Waste House Hunter. Now get the tips you need to get on track at aceyourretirement.org.